right, let's get this poll question. Yes. No. All right, start the poll. Mm-mm-mm. Let's make some breakfast. Let's get this music going. Let's make some breakfast, man. All right. Fourth wall, Mr. White, what's up? How y'all doing today? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's Wednesday, 1st of October, man. We already here. Got a couple things looking to make. I'm doing pretty good, man. I feel blessed, bro. I feel blessed to be here today, man. How about you, man? So I got this bad boy right here. I'm doing pretty good, Mr. White. Thanks for asking. Got a couple things. I want to keep breakfast super simple but tasty at the same time, man. What are you guys having for breakfast? Fourth wall. What did you have? What are you gonna have, Mr. White? What are you gonna have for breakfast today? Then I'm gonna throw a couple eggs in there too, and we're gonna be all right. What y'all having this morning, man? What are y'all having today? I mean, are y'all even having breakfast today, or are y'all fasting today? Dash the Blaze. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro? If I was Miles Garrett, I'd be practicing, but appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Are you eating air today? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So, Lillard, what up? So, instead of Montreal today, I'm going to use this seasoning on this today. I'm going to use Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. That's what we're going to use. Uh, somebody's angry, so we got to put them in timeout. But anyways, so I got the same wraps. These drinks have been pretty cool. 16 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber. Pretty good. So high fiber, carb friendly. We're gonna go chuck eye. We're gonna go eggs, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna use vegan cheese because, like you guys know, I try to stay away from the regular cheese because it makes me have mucus. But yeah, do you like basketball? I love basketball, Lillard. I love basketball. I love football. I love basketball. Love, love, love. How about you, man? Are you named after Damian Lillard, or is that just you know, is that Damian Lillard your name after? You play basketball? That's what's up. You just wanted Lillard to be your name? Okay, that's cool too. So we're gonna season this bad boy up, and then we're gonna add that into the air fryer, and then we're gonna cook our eggs up, make a nice little wrap, and I'm gonna just be engaging with y'all, man. I hope you guys are doing well, man. All right. How y'all feeling? Y'all motivated today? We're gonna talk about some motivation hacks today, man. How to motivate or stay motivated even when things around you are not as motivating as you would like them to be. You know what I mean? What number is that, bro? So a little olive oil. Yeah, motivation does come and go, bro. Um, but one thing that doesn't come and go is your goals, bro. If you make a goal, whether motivation is there or not, I want to talk about how to stay on track, even when you don't feel motivated, man. Because you ain't motivated every day, man. I understand that. What's going on with my little track over here? You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be motivated every day, but I tell you what, there's some components that can make you stay on track even when you're not motivated. All right, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see the steak. All right, so I want to using this one seasoning right here. All right, all right. So the first way to stay on track with motivation or to stay locked in on your goals, the first way is to detach. All right, what does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Right, detach simply means the things in your life that aren't helpful, you got to take some time away from it, whether it be work, whether it be a family member, whether it be your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You got to take time away from them so that you can detach and get back to yourself. That's the first way to stay motivated or on track for your goals. Detach. First, you got to detach, right? Now, detach sounds easy, but it's not that easy, especially if you're heavily reliant upon a certain individual for something. You know what I mean? So you detach, right? Now, as you're detaching, you don't just isolate yourself, right? You detach so that you can retach. Okay? You detach so you can retach. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. You're going to detach from things that are bringing you down, whether that's people, places, or things. See that? Okay, that's ready to go. Nice little piece here. We're going to throw this in the air fryer. Cook it to 160 internal. Cook it to 160 internal. Now we can work on our eggs. All right, so Malik. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Malik is here. I've been looking for him all weekend. Malik has showed up in the building, guys. Give me 1 second because Malik is here, you guys. Everybody shout out to Malik. He's in the chat. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he says. Motivation is like battery life on a phone. Some days 100, some days 59. I see you. I see you. Peace, my brother. Came to give you and Philadelphia Eagles Day flowers on beating the injured. Oh, he's using injuries as an excuse. Malik, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, Malik. Malik, you got to take the L like you take the W, bro. You got to take it full, wholehearted. Take the L, bro. It's okay. I'm glad you're still doing okay. Um, but fly Eagles fly, baby. You see what it is, man. We went in there, went down to Tampa. It was hot, took care of business. You know what I'm saying? Now Malik is talking about the injured. The injured. We was injured too, bro. Our DN is on he's on IR. We lost a DN in your game. I mean, it bees what it bees. Cool now. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? So back to the motivation talk. Detach, right? You're gonna detach from people, places, or things that bring you down. Now, I wanna talk about bringing you down, right? Let's not confuse bringing you down with challenging you. Okay, sometimes things in your life may be a challenge, but it doesn't mean that it's bringing you down. So you got to be able to decipher: is it a challenge in my life, or is it a negative in my life? That's what we want to do. We want to be able to differentiate: is this a challenge, or is this a negative in my life? That's the differentiation we got to make. I'm doing pretty good, Kunal. Thanks for asking. How you feeling, man? So that's the thing we want to do. We want to be able to differentiate and say, okay, is this a negative in my life, or is this a challenge? All right. So we want to detach from the negative things in our life, negative people, negative places, negative things. That's what we want to do. Okay. So we detach first. Then, as we detach, um, we start to have room and space to attach to people, places, and things that actually push us in the direction of our goals. So we detach, we take some time, detach, and then we attach or reattach to the things that are healthy in life. Okay. What are healthy things in life? You guys put them in the comments. What are good people to be around? Motivating people, people that aren't Debbie Downers. Okay, you don't want to be around Debbie Downers too much. They will bring you down with them. You want to be around people that are optimistic. I'm not saying unrealistic, but optimistic people. You want to be around optimistic people. You want to be around people that are trying to grow, because that in turn will make you want to grow as well. You motivate each other when you're down or when they're down. You guys can all pick each other up at different times. You know what I mean? You say you can't recognize yourself in the mirror. Yeah, man, it's part of the process, bro. It's part of the process, man. You know, Kunal, it's definitely part of the process. It's not an easy one, bro, but we you shall overcome. You know what I mean? A Debbie Downer is a person that always looks at the negative aspects of everything. So if I say it's a beautiful time to be alive, a Debbie Downer would be like, well, that's easy for you to say because they don't even know my life, but they'll be like, that's easy for you to say. And they will find ways to bring you down with how they're feeling. That's what a Debbie Downer does. They don't look at the positive, they only look at the negative. People with good energy and great intention. That's right, Malik. That's right. Because a Debbie Downer is only going to look at the negative. You know what I mean? A Debbie Downer will look at a football game, right? And they'll be like, oh, we're winning the game, but this person should have did this better, or this person. They'll isolate negative events in order to obsess over negativity. That's what a Debbie Downer will do. So a Debbie Downer is not someone you want to spend a whole lot of time with. You can help them as long as they want to be helped, but you can't spend a lot of time with Debbie Downers. Um, you want to spend more time with Optimist Oscar or Optimist Olivia. Debbie Downer gonna keep you down, and when you're trying to raise up, they gonna bring you back down. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna as you're detaching from the wrong people, you wanna attach to the right people. You also, for me, I'm a believer in God, so I feel like it's a great time to connect with uh, God. It's a great time to connect with people that are on the same page as you when it comes to growth. Um, even if it's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, even if it's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan like Malik, you can still connect with them because they're positive people. They're looking toward the future. Even a Buccaneers fan. But yeah, um, so that's the first two steps. You want to detach, and then you want to reattach. Friends, what's up, friends? Go ahead. Debbie Downer shouldn't be compared to someone who are down on their luck. Uh, Debbie Downer shouldn't be compared to someone. I don't know what you're saying. Fourth wall. Because sometimes people are down on their luck because they're only looking toward what's not working in their life. They don't realize there's people that are praying every day to be in your situation. And if all you can do is look at what you're going through as bad, 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 and not good, 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 you can only see the bad. You're not counting your blessings, man. You're missing out on real life. That's what I would say. Nothing's perfect, but I think it's very worth it to look at what's in your life that is actually working. Friends, what's going on, friends? That's right, Malik. Where did you get the Eagles apron? Mrs. Alyssa, it was actually a gift. So I can't even tell you. It was a gift. And it came with an apron. It came with some barbecue gloves. I mean, I've been loving it. Shout out to Dixon Mayes. Shout out to Dixon. Ingrid, what's up? Go ahead, friends. I'm listening. JS Carson, what's good? Yeah, Malik, even though you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, me and you still vibe very well. Okay, eggs are done. Let me get them off here before I overcook them. Overcook them all for the YouTube. All right. So eggs are finished. Just 2 eggs today. Ingrid, I'm doing well. How about you? How you feeling? Our country's Jim Zubin Garg passed away. Who's that, friends? When you say your country's Jim, what is that? He was everything for us, forever in our hearts. Man, that's sad, man. Condolences to whoever passed away. I don't know who that is, but condolences. Condolences. But you have to count your blessings. Listen, that what you're by the way, counting your blessings doesn't mean that you don't want better for your life and better for yourself. It just simply means that you're counting your blessings where you are while still progressing to where you want to be. We're at 157. Nah, I can't be ready yet. So we're gonna give it about 2 more minutes in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying? 2 more minutes in the air fryer. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, friends. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, fourth wall. You were saying comparing a Debbie Downer to someone that's down on their luck. Yeah, if a person is consistently trying to stay down, I mean, you know, I think that person may be confusing themselves with down on their luck too, because everybody got something going on, right, Malik? Waking up is counting your blessings. That's right, man. That's right. Everybody going through something. It's up to you to say, you know what, I'm going through something, but I woke up this morning, I got another opportunity. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, friends, man. Condolences to you and your people, man, for sure. But yeah, you know, it's so easy to look around at what you don't have till it takes away from what you actually do have. And if that's the only thing you focus on, you may be trapping yourself into negativity and thinking that you're just being realistic. But reality is you're not counting your blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step. The first step is to detach. Detach from people, places, and things that are no longer healthy for you. Okay. And that just means being honest with yourself. Uh what is good for you? Negative talk is not good, right? Let's not confuse negative talk with real talk, and let's not confuse real talk with negative talk, all right? So real talk is what you need to hear. Negative talk is talk specifically to bring you down, right? So you got to spend less time with those people. Detach from those YouTube channels, detach from those sports channels, detach from anybody that's bringing you backwards. um, then you attach, you find people that are moving in the direction um, of growth. It doesn't have to be in a direction that makes you feel comfortable. It has to be in a direction that makes you better. It shouldn't be a contest. If someone is down on their luck, why is that considered a downer? Every downer is someone who wants to be down. It shouldn't be a contest. I don't even, I'm not sure what you mean by a contest. Um, when you say down on your luck, I don't even know what that means. Like, my service is acting up a bit, so I give a slow response. It's okay. When you say down on your luck, um, I don't know. I don't know anybody. I'm from America, right? So I don't know anybody that's in America that doesn't have um, some way to change their situation. I'm not saying it's easy. Listen, we all struggle. We all go through things. We're all trying. All I'm saying is, if there's something that you need to learn, whether it be financially, whether it be relationally, whether it be no matter what it is, there are resources to be able to learn those things. Now, it's up to the person, it's up to the individual if they are open to learning that new skill, that new mindset, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody can make a person want to learn or grow. It's clearly individual, you know what I mean? Appreciate you, Melinda Ramirez, just passing through. Thought I'd show some love. Stay blessed. You stay blessed too, Melinda. Have you been here before, Melinda? Appreciate the love, by the way. My brother uninstalled every social app from my phone except YouTube because it's default app. Was social media bothering you, Doris? This thing was on well. I don't want it well. Thank you. I haven't. I said, oh, I appreciate you, Melinda. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for just being here. I hope you have a blessed one too. I appreciate you. All right, so we could take this bad boy out. You can see it didn't take this long. It didn't take that long. Um, but we detach, then we reattach to things that are good, things that are growth, things that are godly. And then guess what we do, y'all? Guess what we do? Melinda, I appreciate you. Listen, just you being here. I hope you have an amazing day. Why? Because you woke up this morning and you got breath in your body, Melinda. Let's go. So let's look at it from this perspective, right? After we've detached, I appreciate you, White Ron. He says I'm hooked on the topic, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. That's right, Melinda. Appreciate you too. Appreciate you. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at what we're talking about today, and look at the wonderful people coming in the live saying, listen, this resonates with me. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing. I love these people, man. Love them. So you detach, then you reattach to things that are going. I'm trying to tell you, Melinda, you bless in the chat already, man. Thank you, Melinda. You're welcome here anytime. So you detach, then you reattach. That's what it looks like. We're gonna let it rest for about 8 minutes. That's what it looks like, y'all. Look, air fryer, super quick, about 160 to 165 internal. So you detach, reattach, right? Thank you, thank you. You detach, then you reattach, right? Then during that process of detaching and reattaching, what you do is now you're clearing your mind. You're giving your mind the opportunity to breathe. During that process, this is what I want. everyone to try and do. Go on a as you detach and as you reattach. During that process, we don't want to confuse it, right? But during that process, this is what we're going to do. We are going to be very mindful of the things that we're looking at and the things that we're listening to. I'll tell you why. Super simple things can seem harmless, but a lot of times they have a bearing and an effect on how you think. And then what once gave you mental clarity is starting to give you mental fog. This is what I mean by this. You can like sports. I like sports. I'm a big sports guy, right? But there's certain sports channels that dig up negativity just to keep the show going. No harm, no foul. It's business. I get it. But for me, certain shows that are only looking for negativity, I stay away from them because I realize that it keeps the masses thinking in a negative light. So you'll have a thought process about a player that you don't know. You don't know what that player is going through. You don't know if the player just lost somebody in their family, their dog might have died. You don't know. You see them on the sideline, you see them having a tantrum, and they highlight that, and you say, "Oh my goodness, what a terrible person." You don't know what that person is going through, just like they don't know what you're going through. So I try to stay away from shows that just dig up things to make me have a negative opinion about somebody I don't know. A lot of that could be when you look at politics, it's the same way. You don't know any of these people, yet people are ganging up on people they don't even know. They're like, oh my goodness, they said that. And it might have been a clip of somebody saying one little part. You didn't hear the whole sentence. And now you have an opinion, you have hate in your heart about someone you don't know. White Vaughn says agree. Belinda says all truth. Doris says right. That's right. So I try to reserve judgment and opinions about people I don't know because the hate and the judgment really it bears weight on yourself because anytime your heart is filled with hate, you hurt yourself more than the person that you hate. That's our discernment. That's right. And by the way, even during your discernment, try not to have a huge opinion about it because if you don't know the person personally, the media can only show you so much about a person. You get what I'm saying? So during that process, just be mindful of what you listen to, mindful of the people you listen to, because it may seem fun or harmless, but it's shaping how you think. And when things go in your ear gates, when things go in your eye gates, it shapes how you think. It goes into your heart, and then it comes out of your mouth, and you speak it over your life. So you want to be mindful of the things that you see, the things that you listen to, the things that go in your heart, because it's not what goes in a man that defiles him, it's what comes out of a man that defiles him. You know what I'm saying? And that's real rap. Fourth wall says, I guess from what I'm trying to say is if someone is negative and they don't try to fix or improve, that is a downer. But someone who is having a hard time in life, goals like family, why is that? Yes, a Debbie Downer is someone that is choosing to be um, is someone that is choosing to be down. But this is the thing. Sometimes, because I'll tell you why. I used to be that person. I'll expose myself. I used to be that person that would say, "Oh, I'm just being real about the situation." But but what happened was life was causing me to suppress my optimism, and I thought it was normal. What I didn't realize is I was creating my own reality just by what I was thinking, premeditated. So it's almost like these relationships didn't work, so no relationship works. Well, you can't say that. You haven't been in every relationship. So if you're premeditating every situation based off a past situation, you may be becoming a Debbie Downer and you just don't know it. But I agree with you. That's right. Better keep minimal. Just mind your business. No hate, by the way. Yeah, yeah. You gotta. Melinda says, "What if it's family?" Melinda, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I don't know how old you are, right? But family, right? This is family. Family is not only blood, in my opinion. Family is those who want the best for you unconditionally. So if that is your blood, that's great. But if it's not, you have to detach from family too. I'm giving y'all the real deal holy feel. Why? Because I love the people. If it's family and they don't have healthy relationships, you have to, during that detachment process, they're a part of it until you can attach to people that make you healthier, that make you think better. You have to detach from those people too until you get healthy enough to be able to have, I would say, a cordial relationship with them. But I'm never going to tell somebody, hey, your family's abusing you, they're calling you out of your name, they don't boost you up, they bring you down. I'm never going to be that person to say ride it out. Never. Never. Agreed, agreed. That's why I'm here for such amazing motivation. Hey, I appreciate you, Doris. Appreciate you. You 60? Yeah, Melinda, look, if your family is not boosting you and they're bringing you down, you have to detach from them. You have to detach from them. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because family or not, years on earth is limited. So I refuse to share my years on earth with someone that's bringing me down, all in the name of family. Why would I spend however many years I have on earth with people bringing me down and using the excuse that they're my family? No, if they're my family, they're bringing me up, whether they're my blood or not. So guess what? When you come in here and you bring me up and you motivate me, you my family. What's up, family? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And no one should put themselves. I will do that, fourth wall. I'm glad you're here too, Melinda. Nobody should feel pressured due to the answer of family. People that use family as an excuse to hold you down, when they say, oh, we're family. If we're family, show me by your words, not by my birth certificate. Show me by how you treat me. When I have a thought pattern that I need help with, show me by how you support me. I shouldn't have to guess who my family is. I should know. Hello. You know what I mean? I should know who my family is. It shouldn't be a guess. That's right, Melinda. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of a broken family, by the way. We look more like a coworker than a proper family. I don't want to be negative. I still love them, but my point is, I got depressed because of that. Hey, White Vaughn, you're being honest and you're being vulnerable. You're being honest and you're being vulnerable. White Vaughn, during my friends are more my family than my family. Sometimes it's like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, even if you don't believe in scripture, even if you don't believe in scripture, I'm gonna give you a scripture because I think it helps anybody. It'll help anybody. Uh, Jesus said, "A prophet is not honored in his own country amongst the people he grew up with." Okay, so during that time, Jesus wasn't able to do miracles where he was born because why? They didn't honor him because they saw him grow up. They were comfortable with him. He went to other areas and he was able to do miracles. He was able to heal. He was able to pray for people. Why? Because people that don't know you have more respect for you than sometimes the people that do know you. So, with that being said, if he didn't get honor in his own country or his own region, what makes us think we're going to get honor in our own country, our own region? Sometimes we have to go out to the highways and byways, talk to people, talk to people that we meet on our journey. Right? It may be a person we never met before, but what the reality is sometimes people get too comfortable with you, and when they're comfortable with you, it's hard for them to show you the respect that you deserve. So you go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, baby. Let's go. This is ready for cutting, man. Listen, we're having a great conversation, man. I love it. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say to that. I have forgiven my parents for my own. Yes, you got to forgive. You do got to forgive. You do got to forgive. Forgiveness is freedom. Mm. Forgiveness is freedom, guys. That's deep, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm Asian, by the way, 25 years old. Hey, man, much love to the Asians, bro. So much time, much love to the Asians, my friend. But it is deep. You know why? Because life is deep. Everything that we do that's on the surface is cool, but it's just to pass time. Life is really deep, man. We all got we all got emotions. We all have past. We all have situations we've been through. We all have losses. We all have lessons. We all have growth. You know what I'm saying? So life is deep. You know what I'm saying? But forgiveness is key. If you forgive, you don't forgive so that you can become hurt again. You forgive so that you can become healed again. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do miracles for people who love and respect us. Sometimes we do. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Lord, forgiveness is hard. Forgiveness is hard, but you know what's even harder? Unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is even harder than forgiveness, fourth wall. Miss Cooper, what's going on? How you doing, mama? Forgive for your sanity. That's right. Listen, if you don't forgive, let me tell you a story about not forgiving, y'all, while I cut this good old chuck eye steak. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and wanting somebody else to die. Whoo! That'll preach right there. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and wanting the person that offended you to die. And it ain't gonna happen. You drinking poison and you want them to die. It's not gonna happen. You're only hurting yourself. So even though it's hard, even though it's easier said than done, I'm crazy enough to believe it's better done than said. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the steak is looking like. I'm gonna hit it one time in the middle, just so when I put it on my taco, burrito, wrap, whatever y'all want to call it, that it tastes amazing. Y'all see that? So the whole thing's not gonna go on there. Oh, it's gonna be good. That's a fact. So we got the steak, we got the eggs. I'm glad you like the example, Miss Cooper. That's what unforgiveness does, though. You think you're getting, you think you're getting over on the person because you're like, oh, I'm not dealing with that person. And I'm not saying forgiveness means, oh, thank you. I'm not saying forgiveness means that the relationship turns back to normal. If a person does something to you, you got to be mindful of that. They're showing you their habits, they're showing you their habits. So we got this here, but for anybody that wants to buy it, Extreme Wellness Wraps, 16 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber. Get your fiber in, family. We're just going to warm it up slightly, not too crazy. God is always watching. That's a fight. Um, yeah, you think you're getting better because you're holding that, but it's really just killing you from the inside out. So forgive the person, but also forgiveness. Let me tell y'all this. This is a disclaimer. Forgiveness does not mean the relationship turns back to how it was. Hello, hello, somebody. If you Let me give you a disclaimer before you guys start running back to your exes. Because you forgive your ex, don't mean you run back to him. Hello, hello, family. Did somebody catch that? Because you forgive your ex, that don't mean you run back to him. I may forgive you while moving on. Sometimes forgiveness is just freedom from the person. It don't mean go back, y'all. I don't want y'all to leave here and be like, hey, uh, I'm going back to my ex because I was on the whole man's channel. Nope, I didn't say that. I said forgive them, but you can also forget them. Let's see. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and wanting someone else to die. That hits hard. That's right, Ron. That's what unforgiveness is like, man. And if you hold it in your heart, it's killing you from the inside out, man. It's so much easier to let it go to that person and say, you know, hey, I can't. We may not be able to continue our relationship, but I forgive you for what happened. Release yourself from that, and then you can move forward and be a whole person. You can't be whole with unforgiveness, y'all. Hello, man. We dropping some gems today, man. We cooking over here, but we also cooking with the message for the day, man. Um, so remember, we attach, we reattach, and then during that process, we're mindful of what we're watching. We're mindful of what we're looking at. We're mindful of who we're listening to. That's right, White Vaughn. That's right, Melinda. I don't know about that. I get the example, but hear me out. Unforgiveness is easy, but in the moment you're angry, like it could be a friend or family. Yeah, fourth wall. If you have unforgiveness, you're not growing, brother. I'm gonna tell you that straight up with love. If you got unforgiveness, you're not growing, bro. I can't forgive one person in my life. Hey, doors. If you want your mental health to be right, eventually, in your timing, you're gonna have to forgive them, man. You can't be whole without God. That's right, Melinda. I agree with that. Freedom. That's right, Melinda. Sean Gaiman, what's up? Wow, I learned that from my ex. Like she said to me that when I was in college, I learned a valuable lesson. 13. Yeah, she learned a valuable lesson that Malik was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I don't blame her. Can you blame her? No, I'm just playing. Know what I'm trying to say is like when you're angry or you're hurt really bad, especially by a close one, it gets really easy to not forgive. Oh, sure it does. It does get easy to not forgive. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna stay there in the unforgiveness, or are you gonna be like you said? Am I a cook? I'm a cook for me and my family, not really like a cook, Melinda. I remember that was your comment earlier. But we just got a little bit of that vegan cheese there. We're gonna let it get a little melted. Make sure you keep your wrap on low. If you don't, you're gonna overcook it like I tend to do sometimes, and it's gonna be messy. All right, so now we can add the eggs in there. It looks bomb. Thank you. This is the eggs right here. You want to break your eggs up. I mean, not crumbly, but just so when you bite into it, it ain't everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead and throw them eggs on there. Go ahead and throw them eggs on there, baby. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it all to one side. That way, when we close it, it comes out like almost like a little taco. Yeah, it's easy to not forgive. Let's do this steak test, man. It came out. I cooked it a little longer than I wanted to, but the flavor is flavoring. hmm So yeah, it's easy to not forgive, but it's also easy to not grow. Um, I remember I was doing a life coaching session, and a lady asked me about forgiving her. I guess somebody that hurt her in a relationship, right? I may forget, but I can't forgive. Really? That's interesting. Lee Jean, what up? You're definitely making us hungry. Yeah, it is hard, man. Life is hard in general, fourth. Um, it is hard. Life is hard. Um, appreciate you, Ron. Um, but I tell you what, when you do forgive, when you do find yourself in a place where you can forgive, you're gonna feel a release that you might not have known you could have. Please forgive it so much better for you. Yeah. It's not. Listen, I used to be the person that'd be like, "Oh, nah, hold it." I mean, if you hold it, you're only hurting you because that person, some of these people that you mad at, done moved on. They done got married. They done got married. Done moved on with their life. They done, you know what I mean? They done went and had kids, and they don't even live in the country no more. And we mad. Can you imagine that? You mad at somebody that done moved on with their life. So you just torturing yourself. You know what I'm saying? They done moved on. Yeah. That's right, Melinda. When you forgive, you don't look back. You may not forget, but you don't look back. Yeah, you forgiveness is more for you than the person. That's what people got to understand. I think people look at forgiveness as like a way out for the person. No, it's freedom for you. Because we talk about you, we ain't talking about them. You know what I'm saying? We talking about them. The person done moved on with their life. They ain't even thinking about you no more. And you're still upset. That's not healthy for you at all. You know what I'm saying? They living their life. They live like I said, they done moved out the country. Meanwhile, me and you over here upset at them. You know what I'm saying? It's eternal life for me for sure. I'm happy it moved on. It's less stress on us. That's right. I think I can forgive. There's so much things I want to do. I don't want to spend my energy on someone that's not even worth my. Hey, White Ron, listen. You will be happy that you did. Because if you hold it, you're only hurting you. You're not hurting the person, contrary to popular belief. Contrary to popular belief, the person is not hurting most of the time. It's the person that hurt that is hurting. So for us, it behooves us to say, you know what, this is not worth it. This person's not worth it. Pray on it. That's right. This person's not worth it. I'm over here losing sleep over a person that is getting a full 8 hours with their new person. Think about that. You mad the relationship didn't work out. You haven't forgiven the person, and they laid up with their new person. That's not smart. Some people give you lifetime wound, which may never heal for such people. Forgiveness, nah. Doors. I don't know if you're a believer or not, bro, but you may need God's help, bro. You may need God's help because when you say a lifetime wound, I don't believe there's a wound that can't be healed, bro. I don't believe that there's a wound that cannot be healed. I don't believe that. That's me though. You may believe that there's wounds that can't be healed. I don't believe that there's wounds that are unhealable. The unhealable wound, I don't believe in that. What's going on, Chasing Games? Long time no see, bro. How you? Yeah, I don't believe in unhealable wounds. I feel like any and everything can be healed. With time, with restoration, anything can be healed with the proper time. Now, by the way, the healing process may be about what we were talking about earlier. You may need to detach to what we were talking about, then reattach to the things we were talking about. And then once you detach and reattach, now you can get to the healing that you so desire. But healing is a desire, by the way. You don't heal if you don't want to heal. That's right, bro. Bro, I still have dreams about my high school girlfriend. I'm 30. How scuffed is that? Yeah, bro, you gotta let, see what I'm saying? You gotta let her go, bro. You know why? Because she might, this is just love, bro. She might not be thinking about you like that, bro. And that's real rap. She might have moved on. She might have had some jits. And by the way, I'm not telling y'all this stuff is easy. I'm just telling you it's worth it. I'm just a neighborhood guy telling you that even though it may not be easy, it is fully worth it. I'm just that guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you too. No, you good, bro. You good. Analyst said, "Hey, you ever get to try that wagyu beef? I've never tasted it." Wagyu beef. Have I ever had wagyu beef? I might have, bro. Right now, I'm having chuck eye, man. Check that out. Look at this chuck, man. I messed it up by putting it on this kind of plate because I really wanted y'all to see what was up with it, you know. But that's all right. We'll switch it around so my people can see it. Yeah, the chick in high school, she might not even live in the same state no more. She might be in another state. She might be out the country. She might be out the country. Meanwhile, I'm over here mad at her. She out the country. She booed up. She got a new man out the country, 4 kids, and I'm over here tripping. What some people think, what some people they can't move on without getting them back in some way. This might be a touchy topic. I mean, you may not never get them back, bro. But check out the steak and egg wrap, man. You see that? Steak and egg wrap. So for this is what forgiveness starts with. Y'all ready? Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready. Big facts, bro. It's not funny though, but she definitely, yeah, bro. She might be out the country. She might be on a cruise. She done moved on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, she would have hit you up. Meanwhile, me and you over here mad. Let me tell you guys the beginning of. Oh yeah, she gone. Yeah, she gone. She gone big time. Gone. Let me tell you guys. You want me to tell you guys how to start the process of forgiveness? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to tell you how I believe you can start the process of forgiveness. I appreciate you too, Belinda. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to know the best way to start the process of forgiveness. Yeah, man, that thing looking right, man. You see that? Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. I see the ones. I see the ones. The best way to start the process. I got enough ones already, man. Let's go. The best way to start the process for forgiveness is this. Come here. Come here. Come closer. Is to first realize that you yourself are not perfect and you weren't perfect in the relationship. Let's start there. Hello. Not only are you not perfect, but you weren't perfect during the process. You weren't perfect. Okay, let's start there. Okay, let's start there. Self reflection is the beginning stages of healing. Not only were you not perfect, they might have did you worse, but you weren't perfect, baby. Let's go. Hello. Let's start there. All right. That's step number 1. Everybody that you're mad at, remember, not only were you not perfect, but you aren't perfect. Let's start there. Because when you can self reflect and be honest with yourself, you can realize that sometimes we hold people in standards and places that are higher. We had too high of expectations of the person. We made a God. We made a God out of a mere human. We made a mere human have godly expectations. That's what we did. We made a mere human have godly expectations. Okay, that's number 1. Realize you're not perfect and you weren't perfect. Is that okay, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if you agree. Type a 2 if you disagree. That's the first step, self-reflection. Michael Jackson was trying to help us out. He said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Hello. That's where he started. He started with the man in the mirror. We start with everybody else. We're like, oh, this person hurt me, that person hurt me. Have you ever looked in the mirror and realized that you're an imperfect person? When you realize that you're not perfect, you know what that is? That is freedom from the ego. Freedom from the ego is so powerful. You're going to be never the same again when you get freed from your own ego. I'm speaking to me. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? When you get freed from your own ego, you're going to be a better person because you're going to realize that you're not perfect and you can't hold. You know another reason why you're not perfect? Because you held a person that was imperfect to a perfect standard. That person that hurt you, you held them to a standard that not even you could meet. You know what I'm saying? You held them to a standard that not even you could meet. You feel me? We're gonna go a little for the sauce. We're gonna go a little ketchup. We're gonna go a little A1. Patero, what's going on, brother? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix that up. But you guys get my point. You guys follow my drift, okay? You weren't perfect. They weren't perfect. It was two imperfect people, and things happen. That goes for family. That goes for friends, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the second part of healing, guys. You ready? If you're ready for the second part of healing, put a 2 in the chat. If you're ready for the number 2, put the 2 in the chat. That's the sauce. Accountability is key. That's right, bro. Woo! I'm ready for it. Okay, that was number 1. Okay, you weren't perfect. You weren't perfect then, and you ain't perfect now. All right, that's number 1. Number 2. Number 2 on the stint of healing. Number 2. Number 2 is you have to realize that not only were you not perfect then, not only are you not perfect now, but also you have to remember some people cause things in your life that was meant for harm that could have been good. I'll tell you why. Imagine if you would have stayed in that relationship and had kids with that person. Or imagine if you would have stayed in that relationship long term, what it would have done to your mental health, what it would have done to your bodily health, your physical health, your spiritual health. Some things that came in your life for bad turned for good. You didn't have to deal with that person long term. You freed yourself from that person, right? So some things that came in your life that you're still holding on, those are things that God has freed you from. And you're it's almost like the jail is open, the jail cell is open, and you choosing to chain yourself in the jail cell. The jail is open. The keys, there's no lock on the chain. The door is open. You can run out there. You feel me? And you're like, no, no, no. I want to stay here. Do you not know what jail did to me? I want to be here. That's what unforgiveness is like. So the key to realizing, or the key step number 2 of forgiveness is realizing that even though it hurt you, it really helped you. Hello. But you got to let it help you. If you hold on to it, you're letting it continue to hurt you. If you let it go, you're realizing that it actually helped you. It showed you who you were as a person. It made you build some calluses. It showed you what kind of person you wanted to become and who you didn't want to be with. What came to hurt you really helped you. Hello. God is really, I appreciate you, Melinda. My brother got married about 14 years ago, divorced 13 ago, divorced 13 years ago, got 2 kids with a girl, and man, he's been fighting so hard for those kids for 13 years. It could be way worse. Yes, it could be way worse. Look at the story that Chasing Gaines is saying. It could be way worse. It could be way worse. But because we count our struggles more than we count our blessings, we don't see it as being worse. We just see it as something we don't like. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Prayers up to them for real. Because some people are just difficult, right? I've said this before on live stream. Hurt people, but real people heal, but healed people heal people. So if a person is hurting, sometimes they're looking for other ways to inflict pain on others. Oh yeah, I will, fourth wall. Right? Hurt people, but heal people heal people. I'm gonna clip that one. All right. When a person is hurting, they're looking for ways to inflict pain on other people. You know what I'm saying? So If you're a hurt person, you know how to hurt others because you know what it feels like. But if you're a healed person, you know how to heal others because you know what healing feels like. Hello. If you agree, type a one in the chat. Hurt people hurt people, but healed people heal people. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So stages 1 and 2. Stages 1 and 2. Stages 1 and 2. That's right, Malik. That's right, Doors. Yeah, man, it is tough, Patero. But I tell you what, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Love it. Love it. Love it. Go ahead, Doors. You can say something. So step one was realizing that you're not perfect and you weren't perfect in the situation. Step two was realizing that what came to harm you really helped you, right? Now, step three is powerful, guys. Step three is powerful. If you're ready for step three, put a three in the chat if you're ready for step three. If you're ready for step three, put a three in the chat. Step three is powerful. It's going to culminate everything together that was just said. So if you're ready for step three, put it in the chat because I can't wait to tell you about it. Melinda's ready. You talked about discipline a few months back. I still keep those words close, man. It keeps pushing me when I have no motivation. Patero, man, I love to hear that. That's why I do this, guys. Believe it or not, I do this to impact the people for better. Bro, when you said imagine marry that person, bro, looking at it now, free at last. See what I'm saying? Fourth wall? Free at last. Imagine you wanting to be with that person and you end up having kids with them, like some of the gentlemen are going through right now. And imagine you not being able to deal with that, you know, and the people that are dealing with that, we're going to have to learn how to forgive that person that's doing you wrong. I'll tell you, I told you why earlier, but you got it, bro. Sounds good, man. White Vaughn. Appreciate you, man. I'll see you on the next one, man. So if you're ready for number three, let me know. Drop a three in the chat if you're ready for what's going to culminate the whole thing, because it's going to make you feel better about 1 and 2. Number three is going to make you feel better about 1 and 2. By the way, we're getting this smoothie ready to go along with breakfast. Number three is going to culminate it all together, man. Listen. People always tell me, I see the threes in the chat, man. Oh, yeah. Melinda ready like yesterday. I'm going to tell y'all, number three took me a long time to understand. Number three is something that I still battle with. But number three is going, no, you good. Number three, I love the enthusiasm, Melinda. Number three is going to make it all together. Y'all ready? Number three in your healing journey is simple but difficult. I'm going to tell you what it is. Once you realize, thank you, Melinda. Once you realized you weren't perfect and you're not perfect, once you've realized that things that came in your life to harm you really helped you, number three is now you got to go to where healing and help is. You have to go to where healing and help is. Let me move this thing out of here. Let me move this pole out of the way. You got to go to where healing and help is. What that means is you got to go to the people, you got to go to the places, you got to go to the communities where healing is perpetuated. You can't go to a place where there's no healing and expect healing to happen. You can't go to the same place that broke you and think that it's going to bring healing into your life. You got to go to where help is. You got to go to where healing is. Whether that be people. Melinda says a church. That's some churches, Melinda. I can't co-sign and say all of them. You understand what I'm saying? But the church is the people. It's a community, right? So if we are able to commune together and build each other up, guess what's going to happen? Healing is happening. Affirmation is happening. Opening up a space for God to be is happening. So you got to go to where help is. A lot of people, yeah, that's right, Melinda. It's subjective because I can't say because you call yourself a church that you're a okay. I can't do that because I done been to some that weren't. Because I wasn't perfect for her, this is happening to me again and again. Maybe I'm not perfect. The fault lies within me. Nobody's perfect, brother. That's the thing. We got to get over the fact that anybody can be perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. But doors, you got to go to where healing and help is. Wherever the community is, wherever the people are, become. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. When it comes to that community, don't just go to the community and sit there and wait for the healing. All right. Don't do that. Let me tell you what to do. When you get to the community where you see there's healing and there's help, become a part of the community, become a part of it, right? Start to do some little things and get acquainted with those things because when you feel a part of it, now your role in a healthy community is going to be the key to your healing journey because you're not just at the healing, you're a part of the healing. Now it's in your veins, it's in your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's number three. Go to where help is, go to where healing is, and be a part of the community that is helping you, that is healing you. Because when you're a part of that community, not only will you be a help to the community, but it's almost like you being a limb, like you being an arm and you attaching to that community. Now the blood is going from the arm to the rest of the body. You know what I'm saying? So now it's together. It's almost like being connected to the vine. If a plant is at the garden, but it's not in the ground, it's not getting the nutrients from the soil, from the water, etc. But if the plant is in the garden and it's planted, it's getting the water, it's getting the nutrients, it's connected to the vine. So be a part of the community so that you can grow and you can get the nourishment from it, but you can also help it. Even exchange, healthy exchange, growth. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about number three? I think number three is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of the community. Don't just come, be a part of. How can I get involved? What can I do? Because when you do that, not only are you going to feel better, but your healing is going to be wrapped up right there, man. I live in a rural area. We have a hard time finding the right church coming from California. Yes, it is tough, Melinda. But during the meantime, you know what you do? You become a builder of your family in the right way. You become a builder of the people that are in your circle in the right way, and you'd be surprised at how much joy and peace you get from that until the right church comes about. Until the right church comes about. Community is massive. Listen, community is everything. That's what I'm building here. Community. It's not about money or fame for me, guys. It really isn't. It's about building community, learning and grow together. That's why I do collabs with people. That's why I do on Friday nights. We do open lines, open minds, so that you can come and be a part of the community. You can call in and come up and talk with me and my nephew about certain topics that we all choose together as a community. It is it's amazing when you can just get out of your own thinking and come together as a community. You'd be surprised at how amazing things can be. That's why I started Discord. I didn't start a Discord group because I was, lonely. I started a Discord group because I want community. I want the people to realize even if you can't find a church, even if you don't have a family, you can come to the community and share with each other. You know what I'm saying? You may not have these things in your real day-to-day life, but you can come and we can grow together. Let's give and take. Let's exchange with each other. Let's show love, because not everybody has it at their expense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do these things. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Protect, nurture the good energies around you. Acknowledge the negative energies exist, but remember, you don't have to remain in their presence. You don't. That's right. You're right. You're welcome, Melinda. Trying to get to some of y'all's comments. It's so hard. It is. That's why I was survive alone, and the hard part is really survive. Yeah, you're right. Chasing gains. Aloneness is hard, but this is the real rap. I don't know if you guys know the rapper NF. He says, if you want love, you gotta give a little bit away. Hello. Thank God I still. Hey, thank God you're here, Melinda. Recently, I had a chance to talk to my senior officer again. He said, "Start from zero, my son. Start from zero. You're a man. You have to endure." Yes. And heal. Doors. I'm a big advocate for healing. Heal, because when you heal, you can feel again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's why community is so important. Be a part of the community, grow with the community, and you'd be surprised at how far you get, because no man is an island. We must draw our strengths from others. That's right, Melinda. And that's why uh, in Discord, we try to build together, but no one, you can't just have one person doing it. Everyone has to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has to do their part, because when you do your part, now, not only are you a part of the healing, but you're getting healed, because this is the truth. This is the truth. Every human being is looking for their purpose. When you don't feel like you're living on purpose, when you don't feel like you're fulfilling your purpose, that's where the depression comes from, guys. That's where the anxiety comes from. I had a job where I was making really good money, but I didn't feel purpose. Anyone post fitness stuff in Discord? There's different rooms in Discord chasing gains. There's a faith chat. There's a um, there's a progress reports chat. There's a sports chat. Like, it's not. It's there's different groups. It's very organized in there. Somebody organized it for me. Somebody organized it for me where it's all laid out. So it's not, people don't just come in there and chat. We post our food. We post our food. There's a smash or pass chat where I post some of the stuff I'm eating. They post some of the stuff they're eating. Client results. Yeah, it's community. Again, um, I did it for the sake of community. Building with people. Not everyone have a support network. Why not come together? Everyone always talks about, I need support. I need support. Well, be a part of a community and support them so they can support you too. Like, let's support each other. I do remember you, funny memes and edits. What's up? Your food is yummy. Thank you. We're gonna taste test it right now. Let's go over here. I was very happy when I joined here, but suddenly things change. It happens with me every time. I mean, doors. If things change, I mean, it's a battle within yourself, and it's something that it doesn't go away until you face it head on. You know. I'm glad you like it, funny memes. Funny memes and edit. We're gonna do the taste test and find out what we're really working with. Sometimes these things fall apart when you try to eat them. Um, but so far, I'm happy with what it looks like. Smells good. It's on a low carb wrap. Lots of fiber, lots of protein, lots of healthy fats. And then you get some good antioxidants with the beetroot powder, and the berries. Berries are low in sugar. Let's go. Let me say grace. Gracious Lord, thank you for the food. Bless everyone in the chat. Bless the hands that prepared this. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's go. All right, don't fail me now. Stay together for the sake of the bite. Stay together for the sake of the bite. So yeah, it's about community, guys. But let's test this out. Very good. Let me get a napkin. You can't cook your steak well done and put it on a burrito. It ain't gonna work. Very good. Sauce is good. So Melinda, right? I'm um I'm a Christian, but I love all people. So everybody is welcome to the community as long as they're bringing something to the community. What I mean by that is anybody can come through and just be a part of. We talk about topics. I challenge you guys to watch some of our shows on. It's called Open Lines, Open Minds. Um, we do it on Friday evenings. We talk about spirituality. We talk about relationships. We talk about the things that people don't really talk about, and we do that. That's right, Melinda. And we do that for a place where people can come and grow together. You know what I mean? So there's no pressure, but I think Discord is helpful for when we're not on live stream, for people that want to connect and be a part of. But the Open Minds, Open Lines show, yes, funny memes, you can come. Um, we do the live show so that everyone can call. Yes, Melinda, all you have to do is hit the link in the bio. Hit the link in the bio, hit Discord, and then I'll review your application and bring you on in. But community is the missing element in most people's lives. A lot of times we have like communities for entertainment, but everyone knows that entertainment only does so much, right? Um, After your entertainment, then what? You know what I'm saying? Entertainment's good, and then it wears off, and then you have to deal with the man or the woman in the mirror. And when you need people for that, we all have traumas, isms, and schisms, but we can keep going, and we can keep growing together. How rare do you think a 315 benches under 200 pounds, body weight 100% natty? I used to think it was impossible. Not gonna lie, but I just hit 75. I think it's an amazing feat. Even under 200 pounds, 275 is really good chasing gains. To be honest, if you could bench your body weight, you're doing really really well. Yeah, doors. You're not gonna get kicked, bro. You're family, bro. You're just going through something right now. Why would we kick you for that? Does he lift though for real? Chasing gains? Is he chasing gains too? Funny meme says, how old are you? 35. Funny memes. Yeah, he'll. One thing about benching, chasing gains, when you stop benching, you get weaker, for sure. I stopped benching. I went more to dumbbells, Your bench is weak when you stop benching, bro. I remember back in the day, I used to go in the gym and I would start my first set with 225. Can't do that no more. Once I started getting those shoulder clicks, I was like, this ain't worth it. You reach up for a cup and your shoulder clicks 100 times. Not good for long term shoulder health. What's up, Ice? So basically, got 3 months to do it. Well, your weight may go up with your bench still chasing gains. Your weight may go up with it, because as you get stronger, you build more muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. But quick recap, guys. I'm adding 4 pounds a month. Oh, nice, nice. Ice says, "What this channel about?" Can you guys tell Ice what the channel's about? Tell Ice what this channel's about. I want to hear from you guys, the people that actually know and grow with me. No, Melinda, I love the interactions, Melinda. You didn't do anything wrong. You were perfect, and you came in at the right time. Love the interactions. I appreciate you, Melinda. You be well. Thank you, Melinda. That makes me feel good. That gives me a positive deposit so I can keep going. I appreciate you, Melinda. You have a great day. I'll see you in Discord, Melinda. Stay positive. Stay pushing. Keep going. Keep growing. You can do 45 push ups. Amen, my sister in Christ. For real, Melinda. God bless. Chasing gains. I appreciate you. Hey, chasing gains. What is your diet going to look like for? I know you said you're going on a strict diet. What is your diet going to look like for the next 3 months? Yeah, funny memes. That's real good. Doors, post your art in Discord so we can see it. You don't have to do anything. You can just be there. There's no pressure. Yeah, funny memes. You're doing well. We should do a push-up challenge and post our push-up videos in Discord. What do y'all think? In the progress report area. 10 push-ups. We should do a push-up challenge. Post your push-up videos in Discord so we can encourage each other. That's community. Growing together. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That is what it's about. Man, I'm so glad I came on today, man. Met some great people. That's okay. Funny memes. You may have a bigger heart than mine, bro. It's all good. Everybody around here knows big biceps in your brain is like, pew, doesn't even matter. Bro, you know what's crazy? I think you eat more calories than me chasing gains. Chasing games, you weigh less than me and you eat more calories than me, bro. But I get it though. You're young. Nice, bro. Not out here, not out here at Mackers. What is Mackers, bro? Red Dead Redemption. What kind of game is that? Levante David, what's up, man? You okay? Is Mackers like a burger spot? Oh, got you. Chasing games. I do like. I don't eat enough chasing gains. I do like. Yesterday I did like 13,000 steps. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now. Yesterday I did 14,500 steps, and I know I'm not eating 300. Um, I know I'm not eating over 3,000 calories. I know that for a fact. Ryan Hart's channel, what's up, man? Good to see you too. How you feeling? Demon Tiger, what's going on? You saw that game, Doors? Doors, they say they want to see your drawings, Doors. Okay, funny memes. I see you again. I'm making videos again. Um, I don't remember you, Demon Tiger. What was your name before? Hey, God bless you too, funny memes. Good brother. Good brother. Just got that money. Hey, do your thing, Ryan Hart's. I be seeing you over there getting it in too, Ryan Hart's, man. Keep it going, baby. Yeah, something strange happened at the doctor. I was fine, but the doctor said my heart was 40 beats per minute. Did he say why? Oh, Lightning Tiger. Okay, got you, man. How's the videos coming along, bro? Yeah, chasing gains. It was because I work out a lot. Oh, okay, got you. My day's going pretty good, man. We had a great lesson today. Demon Tiger, we're talking about some powerful stuff, man. So how's your day going? Yeah, in theory, I need an extra 500 calories a day to get my pound a week. So if my maintenance is 230 ish, I probably need 3,000, 3,200, and it's been on the money. I feel like a mad scientist. Nice. Nice, bro. Yeah, I probably want to get down maybe like 9 pounds chasing gains. I want to get down like 9 pounds. I think most of it's water weight though. I've recently started having to add a little more salt in my diet. Um, just a little more, nothing crazy. Yeah, just want to be at 220. So I had the low carb wrap, 2 eggs, some steak, and a smoothie. Appreciate you, bro. Um, it's probably water though. Like I said, I've added a little bit of Celtic salt in my diet. Um, and with salt comes a little bit of water. You drop it to. I want to drop it to 40 beats. You funny. You sharing it now, Kunal? We appreciate it, man. They want to see your art, bro. That's what's up. What did you work out today, Demon Tiger? What did you work out today? I also want to ask you, chasing gains. Do you like sports? Any NFL, any NBA? Does anybody in here like any NFL, NBA? You're gonna guess back in arms. Why you say that? Is that most people like back in arms? Chasing gains said he gonna guess back in arms. Wow. I love college football and basketball, bro. I can't really get behind NFL. I think it's rigged, yo. You must be a Chiefs fan. Chasing gains. Are you a Chiefs fan? Chasing gains. You're not a Chiefs fan, are you? You're not a Chiefs fan, are you? You might be. No, Chiefs ain't bad, but are you a Chiefs fan? That's a heck of a guess. If I get that right, boy. Woo-wee. I've been watching a little bit of football, but I'm mostly an MMA fan. Oh wow. I didn't know fourth wall you like MMA, bro. Wow. So you learn a lot about people when you just talk to them. Chasing games. No wonder why you don't watch the NFL. You don't think it's rigged. You're a Titans fan. If I was a Titans fan, I would think it's rigged too. I'm with you. There's nothing like if your team ain't winning, you're not gonna want to watch the league. I mean, I think that's human nature. I think it's human nature. If your team is not winning, you're not gonna want to watch it. Come on, guys. When we had Ryan Tannehill that went to the playoffs a few years ago, I was like, yo, exactly. See, when you were winning, you had Derrick Henry, you had Tannehill, you were watching the league. Now the league is rigged because I think have you I don't know if you got have you guys won yet or you're still chasing that first W. I think you might still be chasing the first W. Chasing games, man. You should have seen the Tampa Bay fans in here last week, bro. You should have seen them. I had my Eagles stuff on. You should have seen the Tampa Bay fans, bro. They were in here. My boy Malik, he was in here talking crazy about the Tampa. I made a YouTube short. Tampa fans, what do you think this is? Our our our, our cornerbacks run 4 threes. What do you think this is? And them boys, they're nowhere to be found. Malik came back today. I will give you that. But I was looking for him on Sunday. Malik came back today on Wednesday. You know, but I was looking for him for 3 days. I think he was decompressing. And he finally came back and told me, congratulations. And then he used the excuse. He's like, even though we were hurt, I'm like, bro, we hurt too. Starting took a few days. That's right. That's exactly what happened, Chasing. He went from talking cash to realizing he couldn't cash those checks. You know what I'm saying? So 0-4. Yeah, they got a young team, man. The optimism for the Titans is look at Detroit. Detroit used to be buns, and they kept getting first round picks, and then they got better. Giants, buns, first round picks, they got better. You know, so you're not going to be bad forever if your GM does it right. You keep loading up those first round picks. You guys may have to trade some people away so that you can stockpile picks, though. You may have to do that unless they feel like Cam Ward is going to be, unless they feel like Cam Ward is going to be it. You may have to trade a couple people away. Like you probably, if you got a good corner, you should probably just trade him to the Eagles. If you got a good impact player, just trade him to the Eagles. We'll give you some picks. We'll give you some picks, and then you know, yeah, chasing games. It's so consistent. Teams be getting blowed out by 48. How are you a college team and you're getting blowed out by 60? What kind of game is that? Yeah, Alabama 65, other team 3. They got a field goal, in the last 3 minutes from like, come on. You can only watch the good games in college. You can watch any NFL game because everybody can compete. They're in the NFL. College, bro, if a top tier NFL team is playing a small school, they're gonna blow those guys out, bro. Bro, when have you ever seen a college 3 or 4 cupcakes for everyone? That's right. When have you ever seen an NFL game with the college score? We don't see that, bro. Look at those defenses on what it was Sunday night football. The score was 40-40. College, the big school, the big D1 top tier program got 65. The team that ain't even supposed to be there, they got 6. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. And you're gonna have first rounders on every team. College, it's recruiting, it's NIL. What about NIL though, chasing games? NIL is changing the game. I think that's why Saban left Alabama because he realized that NIL was going to play a role in recruiting. It's all about the monyon. No matter where you go, it's all about the monyon, bro. Bro, now you can just buy them, bro. You can just buy the players and ride out. That's how it is. Yeah, chasing games. We're starting a sports talk too, bro. It's gonna be called Sports Speaks, where we're gonna have some wholesome content on sports, man. There you go, chasing gains. If the program, if the people got the bread, they're gonna go to where the money is, bro. So I think it's good for the players to be able to get a taste of money for their efforts. Um, but I mean, now it's just open field. Everything is about the money. Correct, chasing gains. Fourth wall says sports content. Do you just mean like football? I mean football and basketball. You can put any sports content inside of Discord. There's an area called sports talk, but I can't speak about a sport I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, I wouldn't have a segment on rugby because I don't play. I don't know anything about rugby. So in Discord, you can put whatever, but I would only be able to talk about what I know. You know, I like MMA too, though, by the way. I don't know. I like boxing. I like MMA. but it would mostly be NFL, NBA stuff that I know to talk about. Because then I'll be trying to force it. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Hit the link. I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? Hit the link. I'll check. I'll check your app out just so I can approve it. I'll approve it right away. Vicky Prutro. I I made a nice one today, Vicky. Vicky, are you Vicky or are you on? Sometimes some people come on their mom's account. Are you Vicky Prutro or are you the kid of Vicky Prutro? Yeah, it's gone, Vicky. It was a great flavor. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but how you doing this morning? Regardless, Fourth Wall says I understand, but do you have a favorite boxer? Man, listen, I think the world of Terrence Crawford. I watched a couple of his fights. I know he's undefeated, so it's easy to root for somebody that's undefeated. But I just love Terrence Crawford's methods of boxing. I love his versatility, how he can switch stances mid fight and mess up your whole thought process. I love how uh, he's a smart boxer. He boxes with precision. He's not just about throwing punches. He's about precise punches. He's about counter punching. I think Terrence Crawford boxes the right way. In MMA, I used to be a huge Anderson Silva. I love prime Anderson Silva the most. I loved prime Anderson Silva, and can't go wrong with John Bones Jones. But I love prime Anderson Silva. I love the the swag, the swag he had out there when he was fighting. I love Anderson Silva in his prime. Floyd as a boxer, you love watching Floyd. If Floyd, I mean, he's one of those ones for a reason. Didn't lose for a reason. Very smart boxer. Maybe I like Terrence Crawford more than Floyd because of character. I feel like Terrence Crawford has that dog in him, but he's not only talking about his money. Floyd be shelled up, take 6 shots, and then boom, left hook right in the chin. Exactly. Yeah, that he mastered the Philly shell chasing games. The Philly shell, he mastered it. It was literally a masterpiece. The Philly shell is a masterpiece for Floyd. You couldn't really hit that guy. He was a men amongst boys. Didn't have crazy power, but he had precision, and he also had that counter punch that people weren't ready for. I think they were too frustrated they couldn't hit him. DBX, what's up? What's going on? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? So, but man, when I seen Crawford go to 3 weight classes, when I seen him go 145, 157 or 154, and then 168, to be able to win in 3 classes and convincingly win in 3 classes, that's something different, man. And beat one of the best in that class. I mean, I know he's older now, but feeling good about the sleep. Okay, man, where you from, bro? Where you from? You must be on the other side of the world, which is cool. But I like to know where people are from, man. Um, yeah, chasing games, 3 weight classes. The guy jumped. The guy went to 3 weight classes and dominated them, bro. Philippines, man. Shout out to the Philippines, man. I used to like Mike Mouse in UFC, even though he was a 125 or he was elite. Mike Mouse. I don't even know who that is. Mike Mouse. Yeah, 3 weight classes, bro. I really appreciate George Foreman and Sugar Ray Leonard. Boxer wise and MMA, I'm a fan of Dominic Cruz and Jose Aldo Jones. Nice. Bro, fourth wall, you're so young though. You know George Foreman? When did you get to watch him? You're younger than me. I never watched a George Foreman fight. maybe the Clips. Yeah, chasing gains. Three weight classes. When he jumped to 154, bro, he beat the brakes off of what's his name? He beat the brakes off of who was at 154 who Terrence Crawford faced? He beat the brakes off that guy. Oh my goodness. And that guy was the best in that weight class. So um I can see his face in my head, but I can't think of his name. I loved his foot movement. Whose foot movement? Oh, Cruz, got it. What's the guy's name, bro? Bud Crawford faced. Who did he face before? Who was one of the best? Not Canelo. Before he jumped the weight. Not Alvarez. Before that, he faced. It was a big fight before Alvarez. Chasing gains. I'm not wasting my time watching Jake Paul and Tank Davis. I ain't wasting my time, bro. He schooled Canelo. Yeah, he did school Canelo. But it was a fight before that where he beat the break. Bro, I wish I had my laptop next to me. He beat the brakes off somebody at 154. This was like a year or two ago. Was it last year? No, it was like maybe 2 years ago. Um, but I can't think of the guy's name. But the guy was undefeated until he faced him. He was undefeated. Um, but he beat him bad to the point where he didn't even look like he was supposed to be there. That's how bad he beat him. Like it didn't even look like he belonged there. Um, Bud Crawford, man, he's a it's recency bias. He's of our era, but he done went. Yeah, I ain't watching Jake Paul. Nah. They ain't finna get my view. What is his name though? Not bro. Um, I gotta find the name now. Let's see if I can find the name. Let me see if I can find the name. Let's see. It was Terrence Crawford. He fought. Let me see who he fought. I watched the stare down. Like how? Yeah, bro. Come on. How can Tank even land clean up? Yeah, bro. Just like the Tyson fight. It was a joke, bro. It's gonna be a joke. All for the money. Terrence Crawford versus let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When you see the fight, it don't even look like Buddy's supposed to. Spence Jr. There you go. There you go, bro. Chasing gains. Did you guys see the fight versus Spence? Spence is no joke, but did you see that fight, bro? Oh my gosh, bro. I thought it was gonna be close. It wasn't even close. You know what's crazy? The guy was still showing him respect. The Spence fight wasn't close, yo. Do y'all remember seeing it? The Spence fight wasn't close at all. It wasn't close. It was bad, bro. The Spence fight was bad, bro. The Spence fight was bad, bro. Like it wasn't close. It literally looked like Spence might have dropped too much weight. Bro, you didn't oh my goodness. If I showed it on here, would it be copyright? It would be copyright, right? If I showed it, I think it would, right? It would be copyright claim if I showed it. Listen, watch the highlights, bro. Watch the highlights and then let me know what you think in Discord. under sports talk. Watch the highlights. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the highlights or the highlight. I'll put it in Discord, and then you guys can check the highlights out and tell me what you think. I don't think the fight was close. 10 rounds. I don't know if it went 10 rounds, bro. Like he got beat up early, bro. Yeah, he got beat up early, bro. Like check the highlights out and let me know. But I don't think it was close. I thought the Spence fight was going to be so much closer than it was. The Bud Crawford showed how ahead of the boxing game that he really is when he fought Spence. Because everybody thought that Spence was, top tier. Not saying that he's not, but Bud Crawford made him look like a little kid in training camp. Now, he did have to drop weight. Spence had to drop weight for that fight. So I can't say that he, he might have been too light. He might have been, too light. I'm watching highlight right now. Like how I dropped him with a jack. Yeah, yeah. See, it was like bad, bro. Spence looked like he was in a when Spence came out of the fight, he looked like he was in a mosh pit. Spence looked like he was in a mosh pit when he got out of the fight. Bud Crawford like he was on the way to the club. Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like you can't look at the like you making me want to look at them. But bro, it just looked like they weren't on the same level, in my opinion. It looked like they weren't on the same level. To me, it looked like they weren't on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he looked like he was like maybe him going underweight. This is one thing I do know. Like if fighters fight at a lower weight, they may get dehydrated and not feel like themselves. Maybe low on salt, sodium, or something. Yeah, bro, chasing gains. He looked like he was out there seeing ghosts, bro. Like it looked like he was seeing ghosts out there. When I watched him, I was like, bro, this guy is getting destroyed, bro. Like it wasn't even close. Like this guy is getting destroyed out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he showed exactly how far ahead he was of um what's his name again? Spence Jr. He looked like his reaction time was off too. But he kept saying that too at the end of the match. He was like, "Yeah, my timing is off. My timing was really off. I got to go back to the lab." I don't think he want to fight him again though, bro. I don't think so. I don't think uh he said that they were going to rematch, but I don't. He just beat Canelo. There's no reason to fight Spence Jr. again. You destroyed him and you just beat Canelo. There's no reason to fight Spence Jr. again. Those weight cuts are no joke. Exactly, fourth. Weight cut is no joke. But I think after you weigh, I think you can rehydrate, right? After you cut weight, you can rehydrate after that, right? There's like a rehydration clause or something. I think that's what that means. I'm no expert, but I think that's what that means. Like after the weight cut, take your weight, and then you can go rehydrate. Hit him with the same short right hook 3 times, bro. It's like he didn't even see it coming, Jason. Like maybe he was dehydrated. People do that in the UFC. Yeah, I think they all have it like where you could do it. Um, because if you drop weight, like you gotta hydrate before the fight, no? I don't know. He looked like he was just slow out there. But listen, I'm saying all that from the comfort of my own home. Maybe Bud Crawford was just a better fighter. It's easy from the sideline to say somebody looks like this. Maybe, Bud Crawford was just a better fighter. I don't want to take anything from that masterpiece either. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? It was a masterpiece. You watched it two doors? We're gonna check out your art. Then goes to be Alvarez. Yeah. You know, he fought Madrimov after Spence. So he fought Spence, then he fought Madrimov. I think that's how you say his name. And then he went and outclassed. I like to say outclassed. He outclassed Alvarez. You know, chasing gains. You know what he did? He didn't let Alvarez get in any of his comfort spots. Alvarez loves to get you against the ropes where he could tee off on you. Bud kept moving, and he started to make Alvarez have to move his legs too much. And I think eventually, uh, Alvarez just got tired. I think his legs just got tired. He's older now, so I think that those miles caught up to him. Yeah, yeah, he's used to teeing off on people. Like I would notice every time Alvarez would get up close to him and Bud would be on the ropes, Bud would always move away from the ropes and make him have to come and engage. He would never stay in one area and let him do what he wants. He would counter, he would move, stick and move, and then he would move away. So I realized that exactly, bro. He circled out many times, and that's what had Buddy tired, bro. Cause you would see him like he was frustrated too. Like, man, I can't just sit there and press him. Cause that's what he likes. He likes to just tee off on people in the corner. When you fight Canelo, if you live on the ropes, because he's always gonna come forward. If you live on the ropes, he's gonna destroy you. That's what he does. He's trying to get you to eat one of those big shots, which you cannot eat. You know what I'm saying? It's too. He wants you to eat one of those big shots. So he's gonna keep you. He's gonna keep you coming against the edge. I can't really relate, but when you're missing tons of shots, it's gotta be funny. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, exactly. But they had a great game plan coming in. What do you think of Emmanuel Augustus? I don't even know who that is. Fourth, who's that? What sport is that? Here is my state, our big festival. You said, here's your state. Where is your state? You said, here's my state. I think I see something there. I'm not sure. Listen, we got to come up with a topic for the next open lines, open minds. I need y'all help, okay? Um, we need a topic. We need a topic for the next call-in show. So um, let's brainstorm. Let's come up with a topic so we can do our live call-in and keep building community, man. It could be sports. It could be sports. It could be life. It could be spirituality. It could be whatever. But we need to come up with a topic. That way we can keep engaging as a community. You feel me? Listen, I've been on. It just hit the 2 hour mark. I'm usually an hour and change. It just hit the 2 hour mark. So listen, we could chop it up all day, but I got to get productive. Listen, y'all meet me in Discord. Let's brainstorm. Let's talk about some topics. I'm going to probably put a poll inside of Discord on some of the groupings, and then we'll narrow it down to the grouping, and then we'll pick a topic on what we feel would be helpful for us to talk about. and then we'll do the live call-in show, and then we'll discuss it together. Deal? Listen, much love to you guys, man. I see y'all on the other side. Remember, no matter what you're going through, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, let's go, let's grow. Much love to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I see y'all in Discord, baby. Let's go.